I was saying. I was thinking that exactly.
Shattered where she lives.
Okay, what's the everyday? And basically haven't laughed ever since. And you know, that's only my experience. There's so many. But I say all that to say that this gathering, here we are. We're here because a few students just decided to linger, to have the courage to stick with prayer. They stayed pressed in to God. The young college students have really been the forerunners. They're the reason we're all here. We're so grateful to them. And just to know a little bit of what's resulting from all this, I just want to share with y'all. This is from a pastor to the university president, saying that a Baptist pastor in my city has opened his church. 10 different youth groups have come all across the city and are praying. We have we've had a stirring in downtown Minneapolis in our office. It's been going nonstop for 36 hours. It says in that 1,000 people have come and 30 have responded to know Jesus in an office building. There's another text that came to Kevin, the university president here. We saw 88 students tonight make a first-time commitment to Jesus at the University of Michigan. 200 more recommitted their lives to Jesus. And y'all know we're absolutely doing nothing. We did nothing more in that than we did in this. This is just nothing more than the fruit of prayer. Our God is hearing us. He's coming to help us. Yeah. And we're just sitting under that. We've been understanding this really as just an outpouring of the presence of God. No other way to explain it. We love the presence of God. We would do anything to be near the presence. We've seen so many people come to faith throughout these times with no preaching, no invitation. They are encountering Him, and they just want to be near to Him, and they yield their lives to Him. I had the beautiful privilege of praying with a 23-year-old young woman who is Hindu, and she met Jesus, and she had to give her life to Him. Yeah, she's right there. She was meeting Him, and she just said, "Oh, He is so great." And I asked her, was there anything you want to give to Him and repent? She said, everything. I give Him everything. So beautiful. I was, night before last, I was getting low on gas. It was like 2 a.m, and I stopped off at the Speedway up there at Beaumont to get something to drink. And while I was pumping the gas, I went in, and the cashier was out, and a young man, 19 years old, and they were just sitting outside, and I walked in, and they first said, "Have you been to the Revival?" And I said, "Well, yeah, I have." So I went in and got my bottle of milk and my crackers, and I came out to pay, and he'd gone behind. He was hanging out with her, and he just talked about, I was just filled with the Spirit tonight. I just had an encounter with Jesus tonight. It was amazing. And so he said, "Hey, would you like to pray?" I said, "Sure." And so we joined hands right there in Speedway and prayed. And that makes me think of just, that's really what awakening looks like, when the joy and love of God are just uncontainable. They're just pouring out into the speedways all around, just out on the streets, which is where all of this is meant to go. This isn't a road trip. This isn't just coming to get filled up. If it doesn't get to the streets, if it doesn't get to the nations, it didn't get where it was meant to be. That's why Jesus is sending it. Speaking of the nations, we've been blown away here in Little Wilmore. I'm meeting people from all over the world. Sweden, France, Norway. There's a group of intercessors that are here from Europe. One of their friends was in Kenya. They were coming. She said, "I'm coming too." She showed up here last night. Mexico. We've had a lot of folks from Brazil. I don't even know if they would. Oh, yeah, there you hear them. Now then. It's just so beautiful. Great friend of mine who's a pastor here in Lexington called me, and his brother's son, his nephew, has been very far from God and came here and has just been utterly renewed, yielded his life to Jesus, come to a saving faith. It's so beautiful to see. One of the things that's been so amazing is that I've sort of been sitting around, and a lot of times a young guy will plop down beside me. I'm here at the altar and I'll pray. And we really are watching pornography getting wrecked in this room. It's been unbelievable. It's so much more than sort of reducing it or managing it. It's like being obliterated, which is what we need. So we're so thankful for all of this. I could go on and on. It's just so encouraging to be here. Jesus has assembled us. I just want to say, well, first let's just ask. If you are here from outside of the state of Kentucky, would you just like to raise your hand? Wow. Unbelievable. Okay. So we just want to say, welcome to our old Kentucky home. We're so glad to have you here. And last night I went out and just walked down the line. It was so beautiful to walk. People, it was like 28 degrees. And I just walked. People had their hands up near the heaters. I said, is this something kind of like a worship? They had their hands up, trying to get their hands warm. And I said, y'all, we're so sorry you have to wait. It's so cold. They said, oh, no worries at all. We love it. This is worth it. Jesus suffered so much more than we're suffering. So we can do this. It's been unbelievable, the attitude that people have had. And we just want to say, you know, every mile you drove, all that you did to clear your schedule, all the money to make this journey, what that is an offering to Him. It's how much you love Him.
Wow, they zigzagged the line.
To meet with Him, to be among people who love Him. So we appreciate that. Now let me ask this. You all know that there's been a great